Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the crowd, "They will seize and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and to prisons. And they will have you led before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead you to give your testimony. Remember, you are not to prepare your defense beforehand, for I myself shall give you a wisdom in speaking, that all your adversaries will be powerless to resist or refute. You will even be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair of your head will be destroyed. By your perseverance, you will secure your lives." The Gospel of the Lord. I'm not sure if this is the great way to recruit disciples, but it's Jesus' way. You'll be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, friends, and they will put you to death. Who wants to sign up? Okay. You will be hated by all because of my name, but don't be afraid. They won't even touch a hair on your head. Anybody like to sign up? All of you who didn't raise your hand, your life is in peril of the infernal flames, okay? That'll be much worse. But this last line of the gospel gives us the story for the disciple. By your perseverance, you will secure your life. By your perseverance, you will secure your life. Actually, in a sense, this is a universally applicable phrase, slogan, or motto that could be applied to anyone who wants to excel. Statistical information shows that, for example, people like they say they're natural athletes, and to a degree, there's a truth to that, but whether someone is a natural or not is not the deciding factor in excellence in athletics, nor is it a deciding factor in any other walk of life, business, economics. The deciding factor is if someone is going to work hard and go for it in the long run, to persevere and to suffer to make it happen. I like to tell this story. When I was in high school, there was a guy on the track team. He was ranked in the top 5 runners of the state. He never really made it into the top 2 or top 3. He always just stayed in the top 5. And you would think, that's all he had, except when it came time to go on the 5-mile endurance run, he took a 2-mile shortcut through the woods and had a cigarette. When it came time to the end of practice, to pour it on and give all he had, he did what we call dogging it. He just never gave it that extra. And I looked back at him and I said, what would have happened to him? Could he have been maybe a candidate for the Olympics or something? I don't know. Our spiritual life is the same way. You're going to get what you put into it. There's a saying, I can't remember who said it, grace builds on nature. What you want to give of your natural qualities to God, how much you want to give of that is what He will build on with His grace and bring it to perfection. But what you give, you can't expect. If you don't give it, you can't expect a return. And there it is. It's interesting, in our readings about Daniel saw persecution. He saw a number of kings come and go during his life. And what he did was he perseveringly remained faithful to God. And for some reason, they would always pick up their phone and say, Daniel, can you come over? We got to talk. I need your expertise. It was in his persevering fidelity. The spiritual life is the same way. The spiritual life, in truth, is marked by ups and downs. No one wants to admit that. You'll go to the popular evangelists on the TV shows, and they'll say, oh, if you give your life to Jesus, it's going to be wonderful. All your financial problems will go away. It's not true. What does that have to do with they will put some of you to death? Where is that? No. In fact, life in general is the persistence and fidelity, the persevering of the ups and especially in the downs. The ecstasy of the spiritual life is always preceded by an arduous climb and the maintaining of a hope in the depths of the valley. That fidelity is the fruit, that fidelity is the work that bears the fruit of the ecstasy on the mountaintop. And that's why Jesus is preparing his disciples to be in for a hard road, a long road, and ask for their fidelity. And yet, if you take a good hard look at life, it's no different. And Jesus asks us to apply this principle of persevering fidelity, and you will secure your eternal life.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrecti